Hey guys, Ellie here. Today, I'm with my cousin Shirtless Jake once more.
Jake?
Yeah, it's funny that I read the comments on every single video I make, and I always ask you guys what kind of stuff you want to see. And what's with
These
the
love bugs just come out of nowhere.
literally?
Bro.
We were talking for about 5 minutes before it started, and there was not a single bug.
Not anything.
The second I start recording, then the love bugs start swarming us.
We're gonna have to move if this doesn't stop.
Yeah, I wonder if they can even see it on the camera. You can probably see them because they're dark, they're black, so
Yeah.
you can see them. They seem to have heard us and went away now. But
As he comes and lands on my shin.
no, what
If you don't know what a love bug is, just go to the Google and type in Texas love bug.
yeah, no, but a lot of you guys ask. Start that over. No, I read the comments, and you guys are very responsive and commenting what kind of stuff y'all want to see. And I've seen a lot of comments recently that y'all want to see more interviews. For those of you that have followed me for a while, you may remember that probably around a year ago, I used to do interviews pretty frequently. I did some with Gigi, with Paw, with other people, and I realized to myself that I've never gotten one with my cousin Jacob before. And now that he's doing YouTube as well, Shirtless Jake's Homestead, if you want to check it out.
This is a high risk interview. I'm just gonna throw that out there.
I figured that now's a good time to get an interview with my cousin for the first time. So you've been doing YouTube for about 2 to 3 months now. Tell me,
Yeah, about
is it
3
everything
months.
that you thought it would be?
No, it's not. So in the beginning, you're like, yeah, it's really cool, it's fun, you're making all these videos, but then, like on a daily basis, you're just so stressed out because you're like, okay, well, here we are, it's Monday, I don't have a Tuesday video, what am I gonna do? Oh my gosh, now it's Wednesday, I gotta figure out what I'm gonna do for Thursday. So it's like every day you're going around, you're trying to find stuff that, you know, a lot of stuff happens, but the problem is you're not walking around with your phone out 24/7, you know?
Yeah.
So, and then you'll miss a moment that happens, you're like, wow, well, that's even more frustrating because all I had to do is this, and I didn't have my phone out.
A lot of kicking yourself in the behind, basically, when something.
Yeah. And then on top of that, you know, you got all your content, you know, all your video that you took all day long. So now you got to go home, you got to sit down, and you got to re-watch what is basically your entire day. You know, you got to re-watch it, and then you got to cut it and edit it and transitions and make sure it flows that way. Because, you know, our days are usually all over the place. We're not usually doing one thing. We're here, we're doing this and that.
Yeah.
So by the time you cycle through all that and you can make a story, it's hours later.
I will say that I had that same problem when I first started making the YouTube videos. I made my channel February 6, 2020, so it's been about a year and a half at this point. And when I first started doing the videos, I would kind of make like a 30-second clip here, 30-second clip here. I would record things very out of order, and that did make it very hard when I would go back and edit at the nighttime. Everything was out of order, so it took a long time, like you said, watching my whole day over trying to put everything in order. But a way that I began to counter that and make it easier now is that when I record a video, I'll record maybe like one 7-minute clip and then one 3-minute clip, and they're already in order. So I just put them together, and then I'm done. Because that's one thing that made it way easier for me as time went along. But you say it's stressful. Let me ask you this. You used to work selling homes. Is it more or less stressful than that?
Well, ooh, that's a hard question.
Yeah,
it's a different type of stress.
High risk interview, like he said it himself.
So I've even said this, well, I'm sure you'll post this after I post my video, hopefully. But yes, I have quit working at Palm Harbor.
I posted it right. It'd be funny if I posted it right now and they don't even know.
That would not be funny for me. Okay, so the difference in the stress. Okay, so at Palm Harbor, you have other people yelling at you, which is one thing. Okay, maybe not yelling. I don't mean like yelling, but you're accountable for other people, right?
Yeah.
But here, like doing YouTube, like you're accountable for yourself. And so the hardest thing for me to do is let myself down. You know, like who wants to disappoint themselves? Who doesn't want to accomplish what they said they would accomplish themselves?
Yeah.
That's like the worst feeling. Yeah, and it is bad to let other people down, but at the same time, you can't help other people if you're down on yourself. So, I don't know. That's a hard question there, Ellie.
I think you said it best. It's a different kind of stress. It's like more internal with the YouTube because you put the pressure on yourself. And that is so true.
With my high level of anxiety, I don't need to be letting myself down.
That is something that I've learned, is that it's impossible for you to serve others to the fullest if you're not taking care of yourself. It took me a long time to realize that, but it's slowly starting to sink in, I guess, or seep in. But yeah, it's crazy. Me and you began making YouTube videos the exact same way. It was actually my dad who encouraged me back, and Jamie back in about December 2019, January 2020. They were telling me that, Ellie, there's like a lot of really great things here. I was spending all of my time playing video games and just playing football in the yard, a lot of times with you.
Yeah.
Those aren't bad things, but there was a lot of things happening at the sanctuary right in front of my very eyes that I simply couldn't see. It was hidden in plain sight, if you will. And so they began to explain to me that there's a lot of great things here. There's a lot of potential. There's a great community. And so I began to pay closer attention, and I realized that they were right. There is a great future here. There's a great community.
So I want to add on to that a little bit. You said that there's a lot here that you don't, that's like good to see or whatever. Okay, so on the flip side of that, there's a lot of lessons that you like out here making YouTube videos. I've learned a lot of lessons just by watching myself, like the animals. Like you learn a lot of life lessons from doing this too, like on the internal side too.
Yeah, that's true. Jesus reveals himself in so many ways through like simple things like the animals and the way that they behave and whatnot. I think people that watch my videos frequently will see that I bring that up quite often. So I can definitely vouch for that. But it's interesting though that they were the ones who encouraged me, and by February I'd already made my channel, and my videos at the beginning were, I might say, kind of rough compared to how they are now. Sometimes me and Megan will go back and we'll watch my old videos and we'll kind of just sit there and chuckle.
I cringe at mine. I'm like, oh, why did I post that?
Yeah, I'll go back and I'll sit there and I'll kind of chuckle at the way that I talked. I was a lot more monotone than I am now. I would be like, what's going on, guys? Ellie here.
Ellie,
As
would you say that every video that you upload next is your best video?
No, definitely
Mine
not.
is for sure. Every one I'm like, oh yeah, this is gonna be cool.
There's about 4 or 5 videos I've made, maybe 6 or 7, that people have commented and said like, Ellie, you outdid yourself. This is one of your best. Slow-Mo Monday, which my dad helped me out on. That was the song with the cranberries in the background.
Oh yeah, I remember that one.
The one that I made recently of the...
Just slow it down. That one.
Yeah, that one. I made one recently, if animals had their own theme songs. That was one that people loved as well. One with Little Peeps when we went to the park. That was another really epic one. I forget. I don't want to go through the whole list or so, but basically, there's videos here and there that people will obviously like notice that was one of your better works. That's the way it's been for me. Would you say the same for yourself?
I mean, I guess there were some videos that I didn't even care for that much. Like,
Yeah.
Like a video that I, like, obviously I cared for it, but I was like, at the end, I was kind of like, yeah, that's really isn't the best video I've ever made. But then people in the comments were like, wow, this is the best video you've ever made. And I'm like, oh.
Yeah.
All right, cool, thank you.
I guess it just depends on the person. No, but it's funny though, because yeah, I would sit back and I would just cringe at how monotone I was. And I think when I make the videos now, I talk a lot closer to my actual speaking voice. My actual speaking voice is kind of, I kind of mumble a little bit when I normally talk for people that know me. Would you say so?
Yeah, so I'm always saying, huh? What? Huh?
People ask me to repeat myself because I kind of talk like this sometimes, I guess.
What?
Yeah, I think my video voice right now that you're hearing this second, it's kind of like, I learned it from Darman. Darman, on his YouTube videos, he kind of speaks...
Wait, why are you learning other people's voice? Why don't you just...
No, the way that he talks, not the actual voice. I don't copy Darman's voice. I don't go, hey, Darman fam, like, and I'm LE. I don't do that, but like, he speaks, he emphasizes his voice a little more heavily, so it's easier to like hear and understand. So I kind of, the camera's a little bit far away from me right now, so I'm talking a little louder so y'all can hear me. I meant more so like that.
Oh yeah, that makes sense.
I see the love bugs continuing to fly in the way of the camera. I wonder if it's like an eyesore to those watching. I'll have to go back and watch it over and see. Cause
I'm sure you can't miss them.
Yeah, I see them. I see them continuing to fly in front of the camera. So I guess going forward on the theme of YouTube, actually, make sure it's still going. Yep.
That's
It's at 10 minutes. Well,
pretty good.
yeah. Continuing on the theme of YouTube, do you have any big plans going forward for Shirtless Jake's homestead?
Ellie, why are you gonna put me on the spot like that?
You can simply say you'll have to wait and see to build suspense.
No, you know, it is a wait and see, but here's the thing is I'm gonna be at home 24/7 now. So I guess the best way I can answer that question is who knows? Who knows what the next big thing is gonna be, because when you have all day, that's a lot better than having 4 or 5 hours a day to make a video. And for 3 of those 5, it's dark.
Yeah,
so.
it is a very impromptu, go with the flow sort of a thing. So that's true. If you think that question puts you on the spot, then you're not ready for this one.
Woo-wee! What is it?
Tell me your favorite animal on the farm and why.
My favorite animal on the farm. I have a couple.
Okay.
I can do a couple.
Sure. You can have
Well,
you can have co-favorites. Sure.
Obviously, wait, previous or current?
Both.
No, let's not go previous, because I mean that's just obvious.
Yeah.
I mean, everyone's favorite was Journey. So, all right. So my favorite. Okay, my number 3 right now is probably gonna be Moo.
Moo?
Yeah.
Why?
Moo. I love Moo. Like he's so big and innocent. Like he doesn't know he's in the way. He just like, hey everybody, what do y'all do? You know, just runs out in front of you. I don't know. I love Moo. He's just a big galoot.
Yeah.
I love him.
Yeah.
So then second, you know, my list might be a little bit longer. Okay, Ringo. We got Ringo. Obviously, he's
Ringo.
He's Ringo. I
Yeah,
mean,
his name speaks for itself.
yeah. Tell you who I don't like is that old Carl, but that's on a different list. That's for another interview.
Yeah. Most
No, and
intimidating.
then number 1 would probably be Petunia.
Petunia.
Because who doesn't love Petunia? But then also you have number 1 at Copper, which is my first rescue. So obviously he has to be.
Yeah, he'll always
on the
be.
list.
You'll always remember him as one of your
Yeah.
OGs.
My OGs.
Yeah.
Original.
It stands for original gangster technically. But if you're talking about goats, it can easily be original
It
goat.
can be my OK. My original Coon Coon.
OC.
No, K.
I don't even know what word you just said.
Cooney Coon.
What's that?
That's what kind of pig he is.
The name of this pig is called Cooney Coon.
Yes.
Are you serious?
Yes. Cooney Cooney, I think, actually.
I never heard that in my life.
Yeah, really.
That reminds me of the Gimpy tree.
Then that means you didn't watch my Meet Copper video.
I guess not.
That's sad. That was the first video he was ever in.
Dang.
You didn't even watch it.
Sorry. Hey, it gets busy.
Oh.
It gets busy sometimes. What can I say?
Oh, Ellie.
I don't know, man. Did you ever think that you'd be making YouTube videos? Let's say, actually, I got this is hypothetical. Let's go back 1 year ago. Let's say that somebody came up to you and said that 9-10 months from now you will have your own YouTube channel and you'll be making content of the animals on the farm every day and you'll have 20,000 subscribers. What would you say to that person?
24,000.
24,000. Okay.
Just yeah.
And you're in the 20s.
I'm in the 20s.
Yeah.
Ellie, I would probably look at them like they're crazy. I'd be excited. I'd be nervous, but at the same time, so growing up, obviously everyone watches YouTube, and everyone has their favorite YouTuber out there. Everyone watches their specific thing, like homesteading or trapping or hunting or fishing, whatever it is. And you're like, man, these guys have the best life in the world. All they got to do is run around with their camera and post a video on the internet. There's so much more to it than that. So much more. And behind the scenes, now I know that, which is why I said earlier, it's like the most stressful thing in the world.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I never would have thought that it would happen, but I'm glad that it did.
Yeah, it's been a blessing for sure. You know, it's been definitely an adjustment for. There's 5 of us in the family that do YouTube. That's honestly really cool.
Yeah, and then even more that, like, my mind would have been blown if you said you have a whole family.
You'll be one of 5 that does YouTube.
One of 5 in your family that does YouTube.
Man, come to think of it, I don't know. I don't know of any family on YouTube that like five of them make their own videos. We have I'm a Survivor Sanctuary, Suits to Boots, Flip Flop Farmer, Hanging with Paw Paw, and then Shirtless Jake's Homestead. I don't know of any family that has that dynamic. That's really
No, even like Mr. Beast only has Mr. Bro. That's only 2.
Yeah, that's his brother.
Mhm.
I didn't even know that.
Yeah.
I know the 7 Super Girls, but they're not like sisters. They're just like 7 friends who had one channel. I don't know.
Yeah, and I was gonna say the Guggen Squad, like Rob Turkla or Lunkers TV.
I don't know a lot of YouTubers.
See, well, those are fishermen. You wouldn't watch the fishing videos.
Yeah, and then I could tell you about WrestleLamia, one of my wrestling YouTube channels. You'd be like, what?
Hey everybody, we just gave everybody a shout out here. So
Yeah, honestly.
you're welcome.
You know,
Hey, don't leave our channel. We
yeah,
love you.
yeah. You can add, but you can't replace.
Yeah, you can add but not replace. That's perfect. I like it.
Oh, cousin, I tell you, this video's been about, I'm going to estimate about 15 or 16 minutes so far,
Yeah.
so it's probably time to wrap it up. If y'all would like to see another
Can we go
interview,
get some tacos?
tacos, sure. I haven't eaten all day, so you may
Yeah,
as
I'm
well.
starving.
Yeah. No, guys, in all seriousness, though, we really do appreciate you guys. We talk a lot about the YouTube videos, our YouTube channels and whatnot, but I've said it many times and I will never stop saying it, is that you guys, the community behind it, are the ones who make it possible.
Yeah,
And
it doesn't do any good to make a video for ourselves.
There's nothing like community, like family, though. You guys are the ones that make this machine run. And so we'll do our best to keep putting out the content and just paying the blessings forward. So we appreciate you guys. What?
I don't know. This has been like the longest outro of my life. You ready?
Yeah, your
I'm
boy.
starving.
All right, your boy Ellie out.
Your boy Shirtless Jake out.